హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికి వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ అగైన్ టు చైతు టెక్స్ 247. వేర్ ఈరోజు మనం పైథాన్ నేర్చుకుందాం. పైథాన్ లో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాం. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండ్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్. సో ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ కొన్ని టాపిక్స్. పైథాన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ అంటే బై డిఫాల్ట్ మనకు తెలిసిందే, ఒక క్లాస్ ఉంటుంది. క్లాస్ కి మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ దేనికి క్రియేట్ చేస్తామంటే ఎనీ టైమ్ రీయూజబుల్ ద కోడ్ ఆర్ టు గెట్ ఏ క్లియర్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఒక కోడ్ త్వరగానే మనం క్లియర్ గా అండర్స్టాండ్ అవ్వడం కోసం ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. సో ఈరోజు అండర్ పైథాన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ we will discuss about okay we will discuss about what is a class, what is an object, and what is self argument. Next, the init method. What is init method? I'll explain. What are class variables and object variables? What is del method? Delete we shortly call as del, and this is also initialize we shortly call as init. Public and private data members, private methods, class methods, static methods, and most important topic is inheritance. Placement 100% fix. Okay. ఓకే, ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ అండ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం అండ్ ఆపరేటర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్. మీరు మెథడ్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్ చూసుంటారు. ఇది కొత్త టాపిక్ ఇన్ పైథాన్. ఆపరేటర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్ విల్ డిస్కస్ అండ్ మ్యాజిక్ మెథడ్స్. ఓకే, నేమ్ లో మ్యాజిక్ అని ఉంటది, అలానే మ్యాజిక్ లాగా ఉంటాయి. సో లాస్ట్ లో చూద్దాం అది. ఓకే ఫ్రెండ్స్, నేను ఇవన్నీ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ కూడా చూపిస్తాను, డోంట్ వరీ. టాపిక్ అయితే ముందు మన కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే క్లియర్ గా నేర్చుకుందాం. దాని తర్వాత ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ చూద్దాం ఈ వీడియోలోనే. సో లెట్ us స్టార్ట్ అవర్ క్లాస్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ వాట్ ఈస్ క్లాస్? మీరు షార్ట్ నోట్స్ లో రాసుకోండి, మీకు ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ యూజ్ అవుతాయి. క్లాస్, ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఎన్ బ్లూ ప్రింట్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. I explain this statement. If we write any code in Python, uh, we will write class and we will write the executable statements and we will create an object. Uh, what is the use of class? If we write n number of lines of code and keep it within a class, by using this class, by creating an object, we can call it at anywhere. This mainly helps for us to code reusability. Okay, this is the main. And object means it activates the code to run. For example, if you find a factorial of a number, we will write entire logic within the class, and this object will pass the parameter or the input to the variable within the fact, and it makes active and run the code. Okay, so the main role of class is to run the code n number of times at anywhere at any place based upon our requirement. Okay, so the definition of class is it is a blueprint of an object. And coming to the object, object means it is an instance of a class. Okay, this is an instance of a class. Instance means at a particular incident or a situation, whatever the thing is happened is called, the thing happened at that particular moment or that particular instance is called as object. Okay, if you pass the parameters to a variable at that particular moment, the class will gets and takes that values and runs the code and gives us output. Okay, so the definition of object is it is an instance of a class. Okay, next, coming to the class, we write class as first. Class means all are small letters, lowercase letters. Class is a keyword. By using this keyword, we will write class and syntax is class name colon. This is most important. If we forgot this, the whole code will go wrong. And give some indentation. We know that Python follows indentation without brackets. Okay, that not like Java and C. That is the syntax of class. Okay. Now, object. How to create an object for a class? Okay. Like this, we have class keyword. Class name is psi colon. Now we write a number of quotes. If we don't want to write, only for just for sake of learning, we will write here pass statement. Pass means it won't ignored by the compiler. In future, we can write the logic here, but it does not return any error. Okay, that is the use of pass. Pass we will write, and we should create an object. For suppose we have a method in this. That is method how we will write def keyword add. So we take add and brackets colon. Okay. Now at constructor class కిందకి object name syntax C. How to create an object. Object name is equal to class name. That's it. Class name of brackets. That's it. By default here, the constructor will be called. Okay. By default here, constructor will be called. Okay. I will explain what is constructor. Don't worry. Here object name is equal to, it is a syntax, class name of brackets. Okay, this is the syntax. Next, uh, in any method, while written within the class, we should write here a by default parameter. It is called as default parameter. That is self. Self means this is not a keyword. We can write any variable. That is, we can write psi or Python, anything we can write, or A, B, like that. Okay. This is a variable only. But by at starting of the any method, we should write this self. By for best practice, we will write self. Okay. Self means current object. కరెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మీన్స్ ప్రెసెంట్ ఏదైతే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మనకి రన్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని మనం కరెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేమ్ ఒక సిఎస్సి అని తీసుకుందాం. ఓకే, అవర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేమ్ ఇస్ సిఎస్సి. సో if we for suppose add means what we will know, return or print of a plus b. This is the add. We will pass here self comma a comma b. These are the values. Now how we will call this method? Object name, that is csc dot add. What are the parameters are there? We did not write this. మనం ఇక్కడ సెల్ఫ్ రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, ఏవైతే పారామీటర్స్ ఏ కామా బి అవే రాయాలి. సెల్ఫ్ అనేది ఎక్కడ రాయాలంటే ఈ మెథడ్ లోపల వరకే రాయాలి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఏం తీసుకున్నాం? ఏ కామా బి. ఇన్పుట్ అనేది నార్మల్ ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్, బి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్, అలా రాసుకోవచ్చు మీ ఇష్టం. ఇన్పుట్ అనేది ఇక్కడ object name dot method name or object name dot variable name. This is the way to call the methods within the class by using the object. Okay, now going to a comma b written సెల్ఫ్ అంటే కరెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అన్నాం కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఉండే ఏకి ఇక్కడ నుంచి వాల్యూ రావాలి అంటే అది ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ పాయింట్ చేయాలా? ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది? సిఎస్సి అనే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది. సిఎస్సి అనేది ఈ సెల్ఫ్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది క్రియేట్ చేయగానే. ఓకే, అప్పుడు దాన్ని డాట్ అంటే డాట్ పెట్టి మనం ఏదైనా కాల్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి దాంట్లో ఉండే వాల్యూ అనేది ఈ ఏ అనేది దీనికి ఈ ఏకి వెళ్తుంది, బి అనేది ఈ బికి వెళ్తుంది. అప్పుడు ఈ యొక్క ఏ వాల్యూ యొక్క బి వాల్యూ రిటర్న్ ఏ ప్లస్ బిలో స్టోర్ అవుతాయి ఇక్కడ. అప్పుడు యాక్షన్ పెర్ఫామ్ అయ్యాక ఇక్కడ మనం ప్రింట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఫర్ సపోజ్ దీనికి సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ అంతా అనుకుంటే ప్రింట్ ఆఫ్ సి. ఇప్పుడు ఈ లోపల ఏం వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది? ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఏ 5 బి 8 ఇస్తే రిటర్న్ ఏ ప్లస్ బి అంటే 13. సో దిస్ function will return 13 as the value to this object. We are assigning this object to a variable that is C. That is, we are printing C. So we get the output as 13 as the display result. Okay. This is the way of creating a class, defining a method, and defining the parameters in the method. Okay. I will I'll help. I will explain with the help of a execution. So let us see that. So first we open the VS Code. VS Code, in VS Code here you will click this, a file will be created. With that file you may write your own name రాసుకొని .py extension for creating Python files and write down. First initially class uh, sci colon. Now we will take def. I told one method, so we will take def and add of colon. Colon is most important. Next year the self will come as I told, self comma a comma b. Okay. Now print of in Python, print of a plus b is the correct statement. Now we will create an object, that is object name is equal to class name. Okay. Object name we will create as CSC is equal to psi of C. Whatever we given, that's only written. Capital is capital only. Phi comma A comma B. Okay. Uh, Now CSC dot what I told, CSC dot of method name or variable name. Method name of A comma B. Parameters we should pass. Okay. Here directly we can pass. A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10 or B is equal to 8. Directly we can pass here. Okay. Or else I don't want మనకి ఇక్కడ ఇలా పాస్ చేయకూడదు అనుకుంటే ఇక్కడే స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాక ఏ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్. ఓకే. సేమ్ ఫర్ బి ఆల్సో. Now we will execute this. Here run symbol will be there. Click on it. Enter the value of A. A is 5, B is 8. We got 13 as the result. See, we got 13 as the result. This is the way of executing the Python program by using classes. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So let us move to the next topic. That is, we have computed self-argument. Self-argument, I told that it is the current object. Okay. There, our current object is CSC, so it is pointed to the CSC. And next class of it I have completed. These are over and this is over. Next, coming to the init method. Init method means we know that a constructor. What is the help of constructor? Constructor means it is a special method to initialize the instance variables. Instance variables are initiating the variable, that is object. We call it as, okay. That is a special method to initialize the objects. So this is called as constructor. Okay. Here the constructor by predefined method is double underscore init double underscore brackets. Before we will write def. Okay, this is the syntax for writing the constructor in Python. Please use it to initialize the instance variables or the object variables. Okay, we'll execute, don't worry. This is the definition. It is a special method to initialize the object variables or instance variables. Write down the definition clearly. Again, I will repeat. It is the instance of, it is a special method for initiating the instance variables or object variables. Okay. There is the use of constructor and syntax is def double underscore init. Double underscore means like this. Okay. And init, 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 that is initialize and double underscore brackets of column. Okay. In these brackets, we should write it as self because everything within that, see, where we make మీకు డౌట్ రావచ్చు మన సెల్ఫ్ ఎప్పుడు రాయాలని. Wherever we write the class within that any method is there. Okay, in every method constructor itself a method. In every method we should write first parameter as self. Okay, this you remember it blindly. In every method within that class we should write self because to call the current object. Okay. To call the current object, we will write self. This is the use of self. So this is the init method. We will execute, don't worry. And okay, first we will complete the classes, all topics, and then we will execute. Class variables and object variables. See, class variables means here 2 mark may be coming. 2 mark question it is class and object variables. Class variables means these are created by the class and owned by the class. Okay. These are created by using objects and owned by objects. Okay. Next. These and these will share one copy to all the objects. So if you create, see, one note is, write down the note, everyone. Uh, we can create n number of objects to a single class. Okay, single class, we can create n number of objects. So if we create n number of objects, a single class variable can share with n number of objects. Okay, but here object variable means only one variable can be shared with one object, but another object can't share this another variable. Another object can't share our variable. See, let us take A object is there, B object is there. With A, small a is the object variable and B is the small b. This A can't be shared by capital B. This B is can't shared by capital A. In which scenario? Object variable scenario. In class means A can be shared by B and B can be shared by this A. Okay. That is the main and difference. This is one of the main difference. You can crack easily the 2 marks. And note point is n number of objects can be created to a single class. Okay. This is about class and object variables. How we will call the class variables? You may get out. Class name dot variable name. Okay, for example, variable is A, class is psi dot A. If method A is the method, then the brackets. Okay, we were talking about variables, so psi dot A. Object means object name dot variable. Okay, this is the syntax. Write down syntax object name dot variable, object variable, class name dot class variable. Write down the syntax. Next topic is the del method. See, double underscore init, double underscore, double underscore, double underscore del method. Method means we will keep colon. Now, check these two. This is called as another name, constructor. Okay. This is called as destructor. This is also 2 marks, very important question. Listen. This is the constructor. This is the destructor. This is the first difference. And second difference is it initializes the, as I told, it initializes the object or instance variables. But this cleans up the unwanted variables. Clearly listen, this clean and so that is it removes or frees the space. Which space? Unused variables or not used objects. Okay. If any variable and object going out of the scope, that is, if you have a block of code here, if the variables are used here, not within the required code, then these are out of these variables are called out of scope variables. So these are not useful. Okay. So at that time it will clear those variables. So it is also main help in garbage collection. That is garbage collection. Right on this point. It is also called garbage collection or destructor. The unwanted or unused or out of scope variables or methods can be cleaned up by this del method. If we, whenever we require, it will again help us to reuse them. Main important point, it helps in reusing of those variables and methods. Okay, this is the difference between init and del. Del means delete. In short, del we will call. This is the same syntax, write down like this only. Syntax is def double underscore, as we will again see in the execution, don't worry. Colon. Okay. Same here, init will be coming. Simple. Next question. Public and private data members. This is most important topic. First, look about public. Public means anyone can access. If we have variables and methods, anyone can access those. Okay, anyone can access those. This is called as public. Again, one note point. This is a bit-in gate also we can expect. That is, note point is the Python itself acts as public mod access modifier. Data members is another name we can call it as access modifiers. So the Python itself is a public access modifier. It can be accessed by anything. So public means data security will be less. So to implement this data security problem, the private data member has been initialized. Okay, that is private. Private means in name only we have some space of security. So if we want to embed or if we want to insert privacy in our Python programming language, then we will use the private keywords. We will you've gotten clear about the difference between public and private, I think. So now we will go to private. Private is the most and important topic. That is uh, private. Okay, private. Coming to the private, private means its scope. Its scope of a variable within the class. Okay, its scope is within the class. Next. The syntax for private data member or X modifier is double underscore variable name or double underscore method name. Okay. If we anywhere we find double underscore means it comes under private. Okay. You can blindly keep it as private. So how to access private methods? Okay, we are creating the private methods. It is done. How to access them? We have two methods to access. One is in one class, private will be there, class A, to what we'll call it as to access it. We will create another class and inherit it. Okay. As inheritance is here, we will discuss. Okay, we will do one thing. We will discuss now inheritance. Then we will come to private methods because it includes inheritance. Okay, I will wait. I will complete the inheritance topic. Inheritance. Going to inheritance. We all know inheritance. Again, we will discuss. Inheritance means inheriting or taking others class features to our class. Okay, another class features to our class members. Okay, if another class variable is what we'll call variable is public. Okay, if we inherit from it, see B, A are two classes are there. If B's variable is private, sorry, public, B is public, then if we inherit from B to A, A's variables are also become public. Okay, this is the inheritance. So we have four major types of inheritance. Four types of inheritance. First one is single. Single. Second one is, don't worry, these are simple only. Multi-level inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. Next is multiple or multipath inheritance. These are the four types of inheritance. Inheritance is in exam we may expect for 10 marks question. So we will try learn about each and every one. Single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple or multiple path. Okay. Now, single inheritance means I will explain diagrammatically. If A is one class, okay, it we will call it as parent or base class. Okay. it can inherit or it can give its features to only one class. This is called single class. Okay. So here the A's features are given to B. This is called as child or derived class. Okay. This is called as child or derived class. So this is single inheritance. So that is one parent class can give its features to one class only. This is called single. Okay. Now going to multi-level. Don't worry, we'll see the code execution. Now going to multi-level. Multi-level means see uh, A is the parent class. Okay. A is the parent, we will end with P. B is there. This A's child is B. Again, B is inheriting C. That is, B is giving its qualities to C. So now, this more than one class, okay, more than one parent class derives child in this sequential way. It is called multi-level inheritance. That is, A is parent to B, B is parent to C. Now, if we derive another class, C is parent to D. Like this, in a sequential manner, if we inherit the n number of classes up to so on n number of classes, this is called as multi-level inheritance. Okay. So up to C, if we consider C's parent is B and C's A is grandparent. Like this, we will call. These are some notations. It is multi-level. Diagrammatically, you may understand clearly. So I am explain diagrammatically. And hierarchical. Coming to hierarchical is very more simple. One parent class will be there. One parent class will be there. N number of childs will be there. C1, C2, up to Cn. That is one parent quality is distributed to n number of childs. Okay, this is called hierarchical. Now, upon last and final inheritance, very most important inheritance. C. Multiple or multipart. More than one parent will derive one single child class. That is P1, parent 1, P2, P3. This is child 1. Okay. We will take like this. If we see, uh, this is the parent, this is the child. This is the parent, this is the child. Here, child is derived by these three parents. See, only one child will be derived from n number of parents. In before hierarchical, one parent will derive n number of childs. This is quite opposite. N parents will derive one child. Okay, understand clearly. Once again, I will repeat. Hierarchical means one parent will derive n number of childs. Multiple means n number of parents will derive one child. Did you understand my difference? Okay. Now, this is the inheritance. Okay, inheritance basic code we will see now. Okay, class, this is there. We will inherit to another class. That is class V of column will be there. See, now I will perform single inheritance. So I will inherit this psi for class into this B. Okay, so we will pass like it as a parameter. So in within the B, we will write the class name. Which class name we are required to pass, we will that pass that. Okay, and again, if we don't want to, if we want to write any, we can write print of this is single inheritance. Okay. Now, see, clearly see that we should, if we want to run this program, we should create the object to the which class? Derived class or child class. So, obj is equal to B class name, object name is class name of brackets. That's it. Okay. Now here when we calling this, we should change the object name. I will change. So there is no error. Now we will execute this. See, asking the value of a 3, 9. Okay. See, here we got this is the single inheritance. And here we got the 9 as the value. See that this is the most important point. First, the child class will be executed first. Okay. Then after the parent class will get executed. Okay. This is the flow. Flow is from child to parent. Okay. Clearly observe that. This is a single inheritance. If we want, I will give the codes in the description. Don't worry about the multiple and hierarchical and multi-level. Now we are moving to polymorphism. Sorry, private methods we want to discuss after inheritance, I told. So let us discuss private methods. Private means, as I told, its scope is within the class. If we declare one class A, if we declare the method with the def of private method add, if we return print, we will create object here. Okay, object is equal to A of brackets. So write like this, print of A plus B will write. We will call the object here. This is add, right? So object dot add. But we will get error because private method means if we call within this class, within the class we can't call because class means object should be created. Okay. So for this problem, we have two solutions. Did you understand my problem? My problem is the private method cannot go outside of the class. See here, class is here up to here, class scope is over. Single inheritance. So this is the parent class. This is inheriting into this class. That is, this is child or derived class. The parent class which is inheriting should be passed as a parameter in the child class. So object created with child class and the flow of execution is first child class code will be executed. That is, this is single inheritance will first printed and then after parent class code will be executed. That is, A plus B will be performed. A plus B will getting from this object. Okay, that's it. This is the note point. Child will first or the latest executed. That is latest reference child. Child will be first priority and then parent. Okay, this is the note point. We will see the remaining codes also now only. We will see now the multiple. We will see multi-level inheritance. Multi-level means what? I'll give a quick class. Parent one with child and another child like that in a sequential order up to so on Cn. This is the what multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now I will perform. So another class we should require. So class C of same we should take parent or as we are performing this. So class B. Okay. Print uh, this is the multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now we know that we should create object with the latest executed. That is latest child class C. So we should create the class with the object with the C variable. Object is equal to C. Okay. If we run this code, we will get the output. As I told, child will be first executed. C. So this is the multi-level inheritance. This is a single inheritance. Childs will be first executed and then the parent will be executed. Okay. Now we will see 2, 3. See, single inheritance is came, multi-level is came, and 5. Parent, this is called parent output. This is child 2 and this is child 1. In child, first created child will be executed, then after remaining childs. Then last parent will be executed. Okay, this is the order of execution in multi-level inheritance. Now we will go to hierarchical. Hierarchical means what I told. Again, we will recap once. Hierarchical means one parent is divided into n number of childs. Okay, this is the for hierarchical inheritance. We will see that also. Same only, but what is changed? We should use every time parent only. Object, what should we use? Hierarchical. Object is created with D. See how it printed. Child 1, child 2, child 3. Then after, it is asking for parent execution. See, parent execution also completed. This is the multi-level. Sorry, this is the hierarchical. Okay, this is the hierarchical. R is first, all childs will be executed. Then after, parent will be executed. This is the note point. Okay, now we will going to next topic. So we will see the private members. If you place, we'll remove this all. D also remove. Here, how to place private members? Double underscore. Now this is the private. Now if we see this, what is the error I told? I will explain. What is the error I told is, see, here this is the private. Okay, single comments means hash we should use. This is the private method. Access within the class. So we will create an object. Wait, I will call it. See, we will create it like this. If we run this code, what we'll get is, okay, let us see, and it will ask to render. See, here object dot add. Okay, no add has no add. Okay, so that is under the scope across the అయిపోయింది. Outside of the class, we cannot call it. So in this case, we will create a public class. Okay, I will explain. We will create another class and we will access that same method within that class, so that it can become as public method, so it can easily called. What I'm telling is, this is a private, so we will remove that private and make it as public. Print of a plus b. Okay. Now what I told, self is the first parameter in every method. Self comma a comma b. Okay. Self comma a comma b. This is print of a plus b. Now we should see, I had inherited here Sai. So with the b, we should create the object and we will call that method. So now we will get the output. We will see now. See, we got it like 8. Beforely, we cannot get the output because its scope was up to there only. Now we got the output as 8. So this is one method of accessing the private method, that is called public method creation. Okay. By creating public method, we can use this. Okay. Second method is name handling. Name, MANDLING. This is very most important and simple one. By not creating another class in inheritance and that not stuff will be not there here. Name handling means by using class name, I will perform. So let us see how to execute this. I will execute completely with coding only. Theory we can read from books also, but coding we should get practical knowledge. So by not creating this one, without creating this, I will remove this and I will let it be object created is with the capital psi only. Now at this object creation, how before the how we will call obj object name dot what method name add of methods of a comma b. But here a small change will be there. What it is? Object dot underscore. Okay. Here also double underscore will be written. This is called as name handling. See what it is. Object dot will simply write single underscore at before the our method name, that is add, and after method name we will write two underscore. These are how it will be looked as two underscores we will write. The syntax is object name dot underscore method name double underscore parameters or arguments. We will call it as. Okay, this is the syntax. Syntax is object name dot underscore single underscore method name. The method which is at private double underscore parameters. Okay, or arguments. This is called what it is called name handling. Okay, this is called name handling. This is the process. This is the second method to what call or execute the private data members. Okay, this is the most important topic. So be careful. I hope that you are understand. So this is the execution part. Execution also I have shown. Now we will go to the topic, next topic. That is, next topic is we have completed class and object, self-argument, the init method, init constructor, class variables, object variables are created. Tell method means destructor. Public means by default Python is public. Private now only we saw with execution also by two methods. One is creating a public class to that private member and calling the private member, and another is name handling. The syntax object name dot underscore class name double underscore brackets of parameters or arguments. Okay. Next, the private methods. Okay, class methods starting. Private methods, as I told, one these are only called private methods. Um, Data members includes variables and methods. Methods means double underscore method name. Before we write def, and variable means double underscore variable name. That is only simple. Okay, these are the private methods. How we should follow? Also I told you. And the class methods and starting methods are remain and inheritance over polymorphism. I will explain now. Operator overloading and magic methods. These five topics are left over. These two and these three. I will complete it with the cooperation. With execution, we will see. Don't worry. And coming to the first topic in our class, that is class methods. Class methods means class variables means the variables which are created by the class and owned by them. Class method means the methods which are created by the class and are reusable by within the class only. Okay. The syntax is at the rate class method. We will write it as at the class method. Okay. Class method in simple, it is called as code reusable within the within that class only. Code usable, code is reusable within that class only. This is called as class method. Okay. And coming to the static, the syntax is at the class method we will write. See how the code will be class A we will create. Okay. We will write def some add of like this. Always I am telling add means add is simple for us to learn for the beginners. So I am using every time add. You may use anything for multiplication mul or for in real time finding factorial, you can use as fact. Anything you can use, no, that is no problem. This is not a keyword. It is our own defined name, user defined name, so we can use anything. And coming to the static method means uh, these are the fixed methods. Okay, these won't change at any time. Fixed methods, set of fixed or particular block will be written at static method. At starting, we will create as class A, and at the rate static method we will write. At the static method, if we write here, object will not be what created by using the help of class. That is, for suppose we have def of uh, ice. Okay, def of ice we will have. Then we will call that ice method as a dot ice. Okay, without creating the object, if we call the method, that is called static method. Okay, next. Next, going to inheritance will be completed, and these two are also completed now. These all are completed. Next, polymorphism. Polymorphism means poly means right. First, I will write the entire word. Polymorphism. See, in considering polymorphism, divide this in two parts: poly and morphism. Okay, poly means many. Morphism means parts. Many parts of the code can be reusable and executed at a time. Okay. This is called polymorphism. Many forms of the code can be reusable or executed. It's called as polymorphism. See, polymorphism mainly arranged in two cases. One is method overloading or compile time. Okay. Second one is method overriding or runtime. Okay, these are the two. Now, we all know that method overloading. Once again, we will discuss. Method overloading means, see, it's a function def of small a, another function def of same name a, and parameters may change. If here c comma d is there, here e comma f should be can be there. Okay, but the method names are same. Method names are same. Method names are same, but parameters are different. This is called as method overloading. Okay. What is method overriding? Method overriding means consider these two examples only. The method names and parameters also should be same. That is method names and method parameters should be same. Okay. This is called as what? Method overriding. Okay. So polymorphism means what I told. Polymorphism means uh, poly means many, morphism means parts. Many parts of the code can be reusable and what executed properly. Okay, that is method overloading can be achieved at compile time. Compile time means at the time of code compilation. We know that Python is Python will use interpreter, so that is line by line checking. At the time of line by line checking, method overloading, if any case like method names are same but parameters are different, then we will raise an error at compile time. That is method overriding. At runtime means after we are passing the inputs from the user, method overriding will be there. That is giving same values to the variables. That is same parameters. At that time, we will write array method overriding. That is runtime. Okay. This is called as polymorphism. Now coming to last and final, and these two are combined topics as these two are combined and explained at once. See that operator overloading and magic methods. Now, operator overloading means operator overloading. Method overloading means what? Same method names. Operator overloading means same operators. For example, we will take plus symbol. Plus can be used as addition between two numbers and concatenation. This is most important. Concatenation of two strings. This is most important point. Adding, it can be used in integers and it can be used in both strings also. So this is method or like method overloading, it is operator overloading. Okay. One operator is used as two ways. This is operator overloading. Now coming to in detail, to overcome this type of for this such type of anomalies. Anomalies means problems. Okay. To avoid these problems, because if we will take a real world example. If a company is there, okay, company C is there, he given a project to project leader. Project leader will give this assign some tasks to the who employees or software engineers. At the time of this, he used to use this plus symbol and add. If we use this plus symbol without any methods or any declaring about this, it may, if we pass the string values, it may concat the two strings instead of adding the two numbers. Okay, by mistake, if we give the input as wrong, instead of integer or number data type, we give, for suppose, a string data type, it won't add, but it won't raise error because plus can act as both addition of two numbers and concatenation of two numbers. If it acts only addition of two integers, then we may not bother about that because it will only add this and results the output. If the data type was given is string, it raises an error. But here, two cases, it acts as both, so we won't get error. If number we should give instead of numbers, we have give strings, then it will concat those two strings and give this input. So here we don't face any error. But it acts as both. So to overcome this error or such type of anomalies, that is problems. So we have magic methods. Magic methods. Okay. Let us discuss what are magic methods and why they are useful. Firstly, coming to magic methods. In name only something it is slight comedy. So don't take it comedy. This is the main hero. Okay. Now, this is used in two cases. First one is operator overloading, and to perform up to this we have performed up to now we have performed operations on any two variables. Okay, that is the we know. But here we will perform operations that is relational, that is plus, minus, into, division, power, double star. So these all we can perform on objects also, direct objects, without creating any variables. Okay, by on objects also we can perform these operations. So at the time of this, magic methods are more useful. Okay, so we have some predefined magic methods. I will give those list in the description. Don't worry. And again, and I will explain some of them. See, underscore init. Have you remember this? I think this is called constructor in Python. Python classes. Classes constructor. So we will see now what how the syntax of magic methods is. To overcome the operator overloading of plus case, we use double underscore add of double underscore brackets. This is the what magic methods. These are magic methods. Only this is applicable to methods only, not variables. Okay. See, in front of this method name, two underscores and backslash two underscore, and then function. So method means brackets will be there and column. Okay. Before we will have def as usually, and we start writing code. If we give input as integer or any number data, it will add. If we give it as string, it will concat. Okay. What is the difference before and now means it has a clear idea. So what is the requirement and what should I do? If we don't intimate it is a number data type also, if the given input is a number, it directly adds but not concats. So because 4 is 3 are in numbers you are given. It won't return 43. 43 if it returns, the magic methods, there also there is no use. So to implement magic methods, it will not reply this. It will reply as 7. 4 plus 3, 7. Okay. This is the magic methods, and another method is there, subtraction, sub. These are only should we should use, and multiplication, division, div. Like that, many are there. So let us discuss them in practically, and I will share this all magic methods in the description. Don't worry. And this is our today's class. If you like, please subscribe the channel, and we will meet again with a new topic in the Python series. Thank you. One and all.